Hi guys, hi Lopa, how are you?
I didn't really hear that. What did you say?
How are you? What are you doing in school in pre-calc?
Oh, I'm good. We just finished up our mock test. We got our scores back and everything today.
How did
Um,
you do?
so actually I got a 4, but I was really close to getting a 5. I just missed this FRQ. If I didn't miss an FRQ question, I would have
Uh,
gotten a 5. So that's pretty much it.
nice. But where did you miss? What are the areas you missed?
Uh, I kind of forgot. It was like FRQ 2. I think it was like where it's like a sine graph and you have to like go around a clock kind of, if that makes sense, and you have to like give the points for that.
Oh, go around the clock. So it was a trig problem. It was a trig problem. Huh?
Yeah, I think so. And then it was like a sine graph and you had to like give the points for that. And I missed it because like I just got the points wrong, I guess. And like I was like already scared of getting it wrong, so I just like made myself mess up more. So I was just like, yeah.
Okay. But did you understand what mistakes you made?
No, yeah, it was just a dumb mistake. Like I guess I was just like nervous in the moment.
I see. Coming to Advik, what are you doing, Advik, at school?
We're doing polar coordinates and polar graphs.
Polar?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Okay. Hi, Krish.
Hi.
Krish, what's up with you? What are you doing in school?
This week we're having a mock AP exam.
Oh,
Uh,
you are having, okay. Okay, got
yeah,
it.
we finished the FRQ 1 and 2 on Monday, and then 3 and 4 yesterday. Today we did 14 questions of the MCQ no calculator.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Okay. See, with respect to the MCQ, I'm planning to post it in the Google Classroom. You can go through it, work it out, and come back if you have any questions. Okay. We will do the FRQ 2, 3, 4 today. 2, 3 at least today. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay. And we'll also cover the polar graph rate of change. Okay. So, yeah. When are you taking that exam, mock test? Krish, when are you taking that mock test?
The school one or
The school one.
we're taking it all of this week. So yesterday, the day before, and today, and then tomorrow and Friday. They like split it up.
Okay. Let's see. Mm, let me share my screen. Share. So I had these for you. So we'll work on first FRQ FRQ 3 I'll work and then go to 2 is what I'm thinking because 3 is more trick based. 2 is easier I feel. So let's see the 3. How about this? Yeah, let's do this. Let me know if you want me to make it bigger. I don't want this. Let's try it out. You try. If you're not at it, then I'll do. If you have done this problem at school, then we'll switch to something else. Ferris wheel with a diameter of 40 meters. Do you want to try? Rotates at a constant angular speed. You want these details as well, right? Okay, you can tell me for F, G, J, K, P. Also, I would really like to see your function as a cos curve. With this format, would you be able to write a cos function?
You
Because
want us
let's
to write the cosine or
cosine
just give you
function,
the
yes.
values?
Cosine function and give you the values.
Okay.
If you're getting stuck, then I'll intervene. When is your exam? 12th, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll meet once before that. For the 13 and 20 classes, do you want to meet before one of the meaning, do we want to do one before, or what do you all think? We can have it on 13th and 20 itself, and we can get into calculus. What do you guys want to do? Advik, what are you doing at school when you're also taking AP pre-calc, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're also taking it on 13th?
12th.
12th, okay. So what do you guys want to do? You want to have 13th before, or we can have it as is and then discuss calculus? What do you want to do, guys? You have to let me know, please. What would you guys like to do? Let me know, guys. If you want me to help, let me know.
Can you do the question on the board? I'm a little confused.
What is it?
Can you do the question on the board? I'm kind of confused.
Yes. So a Ferris wheel with a diameter of 40 meter rotates at a constant angular speed. The Ferris wheel completes one full revolution every 60 seconds. Okay, the lowest point of the Ferris wheel is 2 meters above the ground. Okay, lowest point of the Ferris wheel is 2 meters above the ground. Does it make sense? Meaning, way down is the ground, 2 meters above the ground. Okay, point A is on the outer edge of the Ferris wheel at t equal to 0. Point A is at its lowest position. See, can I say at t equal to 0 in here then? Okay. Now, what else can I understand from here? Point A is at its lowest position. As the wheel rotates, the height of point A above the ground periodically increases and decreases. Okay, the diameter is 40 meters. So basically, diameter is 40 meters means from here it is 40 meters. Then what is this level? Can you guess what is this level?
42.
Yep, 42. So that makes it 2.
Also, I sent my answers.
1 second. So the level is 42. Let's go ahead and write that down. Give me a minute. This is 42. So this would be what? Okay. It is at 42, and this one would be half of it, right? 42 minus 2 is 40. Half of it is it 20? Yeah.
It's
20,
22.
22, correct. Because from 2, okay. Then what else? What else can we achieve from here? You have got your answers. Do you want me to check that? Let me check. Krish, let's see. Because I'm checking Krish. Hold on. Give me a
Okay.
minute. So you have 62, 75, 22. Even I'm not bothered about that. Okay, you got from 30 to 40. 45, 22. Which is 45, 22?
Oh, I meant to say G is that one.
GO. But why would it be? Oh, you put J as 60, 2.
Yeah, because in school we don't do like negative time.
Okay, that's fine. No, that makes sense actually. Okay. Minus 20 cos pi by 30x. Okay, c is 0 plus 22. Nice. Okay. Okay, so basically this should be what? Yes, Krish, I think you understood. Okay, so now this is 242, right? So 2 plus 20. 20 is what? 22, right? So what is this? Half of this, right? With a full revolution of 60 seconds. For a full revolution, it takes 60 seconds. So what happens? For a full revolution means to come to the same point, it takes 60 seconds, right? So can I say from this point to this point, it is at a 60, 2, right? This is 60 for a full revolution from here till here. When it comes, it's 60. So it takes 60 seconds. So what this should be? This is 30. This is 15. You can have this as minus 15. But if you're not going to have negative values of time, then you have to calculate it accordingly. You can make this as 60. 60 is one revolution, right? So in that case, you can make this as 60, 2, and then everything else, like you can extend this, that will be 0, 2, and this would be 30, you'll have to change everything, but I'm going to go ahead and do this as 0. Whatever is exactly given, I'm doing. Negative time, if you don't want to do, then you have to increase every x by 60, because that's the cycle time. This is minus 15, and then you have minus 30, 42. This is again 22. Now what happens? Determine possible coordinates. So possible coordinates are this, but if you're going to increase it to 60, right, this becomes, I can write that as well, guys. So here this would be 60, 2, this would be 0, 2, and then this would be 30, 42, then this would be 45, 22, this one would be 15, 22. Any questions, guys? Okay, now when you think about it, right, I'm going to go to the red pointers. So I started here, right? At this point, I want a cost curve. I've also give Advik and Lopa. Did you have any questions still here? Once you write out your points, right, writing the equation is very easy. So this is a cost curve with a period of, okay, so 2 pi by b, right, or 2 pi by period. So let's see here. Period is what? When you think about writing, when I'll go down. Sorry, guys. Okay. So you have to write it A cos A is the amplitude. A cos B times T plus C plus D. D is your midline. So basically D is your midline. A is your amplitude. Amplitude means from the middle to the top. That is your amplitude. So what is the amplitude in here? Let me go back.
20.
Yep, this one, right? Okay, that is 20. Good job. So I have to write it in the format A cos. Oh, this is gone, guys. Sorry. Let me erase these off. It's so confusing otherwise. I'm going to rewrite it, please. Let me quickly rewrite it. I'll have it as 0, 2, right? Then this is 60, 2. The one is 42, right? So that's going to be 30, and then 15, half of it, right? Midline is 22. So here the midline is 22. This is 20. Why is it 20? Here 22 to 42 is 20, right? So that is 20. This distance is 20. Okay, and then B. How do you determine B? You want to say, Krish?
Yeah,
B
it's 2 pi over the period, and the period's 60, so it'll be pi
period
over
is
30.
Yeah, 2 pi by B. Period is 60, which is 2 pi by B. So B will be equal to 2 pi by 60 or pi by 30. Any questions there? So B will be equal to pi by 30. Now T is your x variable, but you have to find out C. So If you want to find out C, right, I would start from 0, comma 2. C is your phase shift, right? So basically for a cos curve, when you think about a cos curve, right, at point 0, how will this is how I find out. You can say, Krish, how do you find out? So at point 0, my cos curve, this one should have been here. Basically, cos curve starts with the for a cos curve, right, I always start with the highest, because at point 0 it is the highest amplitude of 1, right? So I would have started from here, but it started here. So what is the phase shift? It shifted that much, right? So how will I write the phase shift? Krish, how did you find the phase shift?
I didn't do phase shift. I can explain it, but I like just put my A value as negative, so then it reflected.
Perfectly fine. That is also okay. Okay, you didn't put a phase shift at all. I'll come there. Okay, now that
Yeah.
you have taken this as 0, comma 2, right? Basically, if it is a cos curve at point 0, you should have had it at this point, but that maximum point shifted 30 in terms of x. It shifted 30 to the right, right?
Yeah.
So I had my amplitude as 20. So it shifted to, so basically it went 30 units, right? So I can say the phase shift C here is 30. Okay, now when I want to write the equation, it's 20 cos pi by 30, then t plus 30,
Isn't
and
it
then
T minus?
t minus 30 plus 22. Makes sense? Any questions? Any questions?
No.
Okay, now what happens is, Krish is bringing up, right? If you sometimes you can put the amplitude as minus 20. See, the thing is, you can shift the entire curve. You can reflect the entire curve, meaning this becomes your top point. In that case, there is no phase shift. You see here at point 0, if you put your amplitude as minus 20, because it goes down instead of going up, right? So if you take your amplitude as minus 20, the equation differs a little bit. Minus 20, if you take it like as is the graph, right, the amplitude is below. Cos curve should have it at the maximum amplitude at 0, but it has it at the minimum amplitude. So you can put a value is minus 20 cos, b value remains the same. Then in that case, when you look at it, right, if you put your cos curve here, right, you already reflected it using the minus, right? So in that case, there is no phase shift at all. So cos, that Krish, that's how you did, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this would be 22. This is a valid equation, or this one is a valid equation. Make sense, guys? Advik, are you following, Advik?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so the thing is putting the points from what you read. It does take a little bit of time, but 1 or 2 questions, if you solve, it should be easy. We'll do a little bit more. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Okay, how about this? I really want to ask you this questions. Okay, more questions on that is interesting. FRQ, you will be asked more questions as well. So let me go ahead and try to add these questions. Try to answer this, okay? You can answer this yourself. I'm going to erase this. Maybe I'm going to erase this off. So refer to the graph. So this one is going to be 0, comma 2. I don't remember this. 60, comma 2. This is 42. This is 30. This is 15. And what here? Halfway through 22, right? Okay. Now, yeah, 20. This is 20. This is 20. Correct. So now refer to the graph of M. The t coordinate of K. The t coordinate of K is T1. T coordinate of K is T1. Okay. T coordinate of P is T2. Okay. On the interval T1, T2, tell me guys, which of the following is true? On the interval T1, T2, describe the concavity of the graph. Can you describe the concavity of the graph?
Should I put in the chat?
Yeah. See, it is cup. If it is a cup, right, it is concave up. If it is like this, it's concave down. If it is a cup, it's concave up. Cup is concave up. Yes, Krish. Put it in chat. Advik and Lopa, you can as well send it. Um, yeah, concave down and what? Decreasing or increasing you have to say as well. Shragvik, correct. On a concave, okay. Advik, you have to also tell whether it is increasing or decreasing.
Okay. Okay, why do you say it's decreasing, Krishav?
The rate of change.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going. Wait, isn't it decreasing?
Yeah. So why is it decreasing?
Because I just know if it's concave down, the rate of change is decreasing.
Decreasing. Okay, Advik, why did you say increasing?
From K to P, like the rate of change is increasing on the interval.
Okay. See, the thing is, rate of change is you'll have to calculate the rate of. Okay. See, okay, you concluded this is concave down, right?
Yeah.
So, what is the rate of change here? What is the rate of change here? When you think about the rate of change, right, it is decrease. If it is concave down, it is going to be decreasing, right? Concave up, okay, the rate of change was decreasing, the rate of change is increasing. So concave up is increasing, concave down is decreasing, right? Rate of change. Does it make sense, Advik?
Yeah.
So concave up is increasing, concave down, the rate of change is decreasing. Lopa, did you get that? Shragvi?
Yeah, I got that
Yeah.
answer.
Okay. How about the next one? We'll do one or two problems in this, I feel. Okay, how about this? We are going to do more problems on this, okay? So let's see where we are. Okay, we are going to talk about a grandfather clock. I really want a smaller one, but I think you guys can. Did you do the same problem at school, Krishiv?
No.
Okay, that's better then.
We've just done like many of these type of problems.
Okay, so for FRQ you practiced, right?
Yeah.
So I'm glad because see these sets are all common across college board supplies and we do. So okay, maybe yeah, as long as you did something else, that's fine. Do you need help, Advik, for this one? See, grandfather clock, it it goes this side and this side, right? I would really think about the vertical center line is here they've given, right? So I would really think about it like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that gives a clue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the what is this length? This one is how much? From up to down.
16.
Yep. So they have clearly given where to mark. 3 equal to t seconds they have given. B is 8 centimeter from the center line. So at 3, 8 up, it completes its cycle every 2 seconds. So full cycle every 2 seconds. So 0 to 2 completes one full cycle, right? Let me know, guys. If you want me to solve, I'll solve. You have to immediately say though. Oops. That's a good thought, telling that not to put. Two seconds, right? So at t equal to 3, the pendulum is far in its right position. So it's way up there. And then it takes 2 seconds to complete the cycle. Period is 2 seconds. So guys, if you're not able to do, let me know in chat. I'll do it on the board. Oh wow. G is oh wow. Correct, Advik. You have got a hang of it, looks like, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm kind of confused where it starts.
Yeah, I'll help, right? Okay, they have not given anything, so I would start here. At time 3 seconds, the pendulum is at its far right position. It's on the this is how I visualize this. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So at 3 seconds, it's at its top. So let me write it by starting that. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
The one full cycle is completed when the pendulum returns to its vertical center line. It comes to its vertical center line again. One full cycle is completed, right? At what they're saying, after going to both farthest limits to the left and the right. Okay, yeah. To the left and the right it went, and then it came back to its original position, but it completes it in 2 seconds. Now from here, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 comma 8. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
From here, can you proceed? I think you can, right? So this will be 4 comma.
Zero.
You don't want to take a minus, huh?
Oh, wait, I don't know.
But
Is
I
it
think
negative 8?
you can take a negative 8 on the amplitude, right? As you
Yeah.
said, right? I understand your point about t need not be negative. Always you can add 60. In the previous problem, 60 was a cycle. 60 was one full cycle, right? So you can always add 60 n to the t's. Here, cycle time is 2, right? Meaning one full cycle completes in 2 seconds, right? So you can always add 2n, meaning the t values, right? You have started with a 3 and a 5, but this can be 3 plus 2n, 5 plus 2n. This can be 4 plus 2n. Always your x values, right? It's a sinusoidal curve, right? It keeps on going. So you can always add the period, how many ever periods you want to add, you can add. You can start from 0. Okay, so 0 period you can add, or 1 period if you want to add, you have to, it can start from 5 comma 8. That is also fine. So you can always add period times n to the t values. If you don't want to have negative values, that's the best way to add n times the period to the x values to make it positive. Now We got till here 3 4, so this should be 3.5 comma midpoint, right? So 0. So like that you can fill it in 4 5 4.5 comma 0. Now please write oh, you need the yeah. So now you tell me how will you write it as a sine curve this time. A sine b t plus c. Let's see. A sine t plus c plus d. Can we try this one? Oh, the graph is, oh really, which one they're asking for concave down? Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to put for concave down as well. So let's see. No, first let me finish this. Okay. Sine curve we want, right? What I would do, let's see what I would want to do. Sine curve. Okay, so basically this is 3, then oh, 1 second. Oh my god, 2. Okay, that will be 2 comma 8. 2 comma 8 will be on the top, so I would prefer doing this way. 2 comma 8 is on the top, again 1 comma 8 is on the top, and then where is 0? Oh my god, 0 comma what is that, minus 8 yeah, 0 comma minus 8. So guys, this is a the sine curve. So what do we do? Sine curve starts in the middle, right? So it is a little back. So what did you get? So this is basically, this is the midline, right? 0, 2 pi by b. So first of all we have to find b. Amplitude is what? Amplitude is 8. We all know that amplitude is 8. We are going to have a positive amplitude. If it is for a negative amplitude, we'll write it later. Okay, so basically we have 8. We are reflecting it. Basically we are meaning actually it is down. We can as well write minus 8 for the amplitude as is, but that's the second case. Either of it they'll mark it right. So if a is right 8 and then sine, how to find out b? Period is 2 pi by b, right? Here period is 2 seconds, right? So b will be equal to 2 pi by 2, which is a pi. So b value is 2, I'm sorry, pi. And then what? T plus c plus d. What is the midline? 0. So 0 is the midline, so I can take that off. But what is the c value? Guys, are you following, guys? Advik, Lopa, are you following what we have discussed till now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is that t value, the c value? So basically, let's see where we are. Okay, so this is here, right? Actual point, it should have started here, so it moved back. Basically it moved here, right? Meaning this should have come up, right? So what would I write it down as? It's a c will be a how much is it? C from here to here, right? It is a 4.5, right? Yep. 4.5, yeah. So it moved up, so it is a how much is it? 4.5, right? Yeah, you can say this is minus 4.5. So the sine equation would be 8 sine pi t minus 4.5. Then what? Plus 0, right? This can this be. Now, if you put a negative 8, negative 8 is also possible, right? Krish, 1 second. Is it a positive 4.5 or a negative 4.5? Yeah, it moved to the left, right? Here, basically, it is down. Okay, so basically, this point moved down, moved to the left. So it has to be a negative plus 4.5, right? If it is 8. If it is, suppose if it is minus 8, right? If I have a minus 8 as is, right? If I have a minus 8, what was the amplitude you had? You got a, okay, you got a 8 and a negative 4.5. Krish, are you working for, okay, are you working to the format that satisfies this t plus c or t minus c you're working out?
Oh, I think I accidentally put it in minus.
The opposite you're working out, right?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, so if it is 8, if you take 8 as the amplitude, right? If you take 8 as the amplitude, let's see where is the amplitude 8. Okay, here is the amplitude 8. Let's say 3 it will be there, and then here I have drawn it for you. So here it is 8. So basically, if it is my sine graph, right, my 0 is here, but at 0 I want this to be moved to 0. That is how a sine curve starts. Sine curve starts at the midline, right? So per my graph given in this, it has moved to the, it has yeah, so it has moved to the right. When it has moved to the right, I will put a negative 4.5. Okay. I'll put okay, it had moved to the right, so the phase shift is here. If it is positive 8, right? Positive 8, where is the positive 8? This 8, basically, where it should have come? This is a positive 8, this is the positive 8. So basically, my sine curve, right? This part should have come to the 0. So it moved to my right. So in that case, I would put a positive 4.5, right? Yeah. If you take it as 8, it's a positive 4.5. If you take it as a negative 8, you can share the same equation in a different way. If you put a negative 8, right, for this a sine t plus c, b times t plus c plus d, you can call the same thing as negative 8. If you put a negative 8, in that case what happens? Suppose, yeah, we need to draw it again. I can't do it like this, just like that. So this is 3, 8. So if it is 3, 8, I will draw it from there. This is 3, 8. This is 5, 8, right? So let's say this is 3, 8. This is 2, 8. For me, drawing it like this is so much easier, okay? 3, 8. This is 1, 8. Okay, so this one would be 2, 8. So 1, 8 na. This is 0, minus 8. Okay, now if you put the amplitude as minus 8 as it is, right? If I put minus 8 sine b, what did we find out? Pi, right? If you put it as pi t plus c plus d, right? So for this one, what is d value? D value is the midline value, it is 0, but the phase shift we need to see. So this was t equal to 0. Okay, at t equal to 0, what you would have expected? it moved, actually this should have come here. So basically it's lagging. So see, this point should have come here, okay, but it already came and we are past it. So I would say if you have a minus, right, this would be minus 4.5. Does that make sense? Advik, Lopa and Krish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Now let's see this one. And similarly, right, t value, right, you can always put here the t value, right, you can always put, now we put 3,8, 5,8. It doesn't have to be this. Always 3 plus what is the period? 2n. Here 5 plus 2n. It can be the cycle time times n. It can be, n can be 0. If n is 0, it's 3. If n is 1, it's 5. If n is 2, it's 7,8. So it goes like that. Now, let me go ahead. Okay, how about this? Okay. T1, T2 interval is there. What is T1, T2 interval? G and J. G and J. For the interval G and J, can you tell whether it is? Oh my god, I deleted it. Okay, no problem. Hold on. For the interval G and J, let me draw the graph again, guys. I don't know. 1 second, guys. I don't have the graph ready. Okay, let's see this one. We were referring to the second problem, right? Okay. For the interval G and J, I want you to write down. Yep. Let's see this one, guys. Can you tell me for the interval G and J, is it concave up? G and J, G and J. So this is concave. Just tell me the how is it? Concavity of the graph and the rate of change of h. What happened? You can tell me, guys. You can shout out or you can send it to me. Anything works.
I sent.
Yep. Concave up and increasing. Shragvi and Lopa, are you getting it?
Yeah, I sent my answer.
Okay. Now, one last question on this. We'll finish with this, okay? We'll finish FRQ3 with this, okay? The last problem. Yeah, how about this? If you have not done the same problem in school, that's good actually. How about this? Can we try this one? This is... Yep, I'll give you the graph. You can tell me. Come on, guys. Yeah, you do the graph now. And what equation do I need? I need the cos equation. I need the equation in this format.
Thank you.
Should I give you the values of all the points?
Did you send ma?
No, I'm asking should I send you
Yeah,
the
yeah,
points?
please. All the points and then the equation in the cost format.
Okay.
Let's see. Your pluses and minuses are always the opposite of what I'm doing, I feel. Can we check, Krish, this time?
Okay.
You give me work. Let's see. 0, 12, is that right? I don't know. This time let's see positive, negative. Yeah. 40, 4. 1 by 20 is 0.05. Yeah. Yeah, this is right. This is Advik, that's right. 8 cost 20. Wow, Advik, you got it. Nice, Advik. Okay, 0.15. Come out 12.1. Yeah, correct. Yeah, here there was no phase shift, right? So sad. I would have compared. Okay, if it is a -8, what happens? Krish, you tell me, if it is a -8, what happens, Krish? If the amplitude is a -8.
If the amplitude's a
Sorry,
minus,
-8. Amplitude is what here? Yeah. Amplitude is a -8, right?
so it would be like a negative cosine. It would be like it would be reflected.
See, okay, I asked you in what format? 1 second, wait, I don't have the format. Okay, I asked you in cos format. If it is a -8, what would be the value of C?
It would be negative 1/20.
Yeah, that's right. Negative. -8 is reflected. So the period is 1/. Lopa, Shragve, I didn't get answers, right?
I sent you my answer.
What do you say? 25 plus 4. It's 4. Okay, let's move on. Now the last one, in the interval, let's say f and, let me ask you this, for the interval f and g, okay, is it concave up or down, or increasing or decreasing? I'm asking for the interval f and g. F and g, is it concave up or concave down, increasing or decreasing?
Wait, what was the question again?
F and G. In the interval F and G, is it concave up or down? Is it increasing or decreasing? That's right. Concave. Down and decreasing. Yep, Shravya. Did you get it, Krish? Yes. Lopa, did you get it, ma? Okay. You did it? Okay. Shall we discuss 4 or 3? I'm wondering. I think we'll discuss 4 because that's trigonometry, right? And logs. Okay. 2 FRQ2 is what actually? Let's see FRQ2. FRQ2 is a little difficult. Let's do FRQ2. Okay, I really want to do FRQ2, if possible FRQ4 as well today itself. Let's see this one. Let's see. Let me put down the question. How about this? How about this? So this one is on what actually? FRQ2. Yeah, you'll have to come up with possible equations of a situation table or a possible scenario. And you'll find values at different instances. That's all this FRQ is on. So I will list out the other questions as well. We'll do all of the questions, okay?
Yeah. We can use a calculator for this one.
Yes, right? It's calculator active, yes.
Okay.
Oh, would you type it in the calculator and find the equation, is it?
In Desmos, I think you can put the table and find the regression and stuff.
Okay. Table, the calculator as well gives you the equation directly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice, okay. Yeah, it's a calculator active section. You can do whatever you want. Let me know if you want me to do it on the board, guys, please.
Can you do it on the board, please?
Yes, absolutely. The first one seems a little hard on you, right, Advik? And after that, you're picking like so fast. Okay. So you have not started working on FAQs at your school, right?
No.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay. See, the others have started working in school as well. So that also creates a difference. You understand, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will go ahead and work this out. The table gives the number of people in the audience, okay? TED Talk. When he starts at 7 p.m., T equal to 0. There are 14 people, okay? And 9 minutes later, T equal to 9, there are 59 people. 45 minutes, it's a quadratic equation, right? Okay, now the number of people in the audience can be, they have already given that it can be modeled by quadratic regression, okay? 1 second, is this calculator active? I thought it is calculator active section. Calculator active means it's very easy, okay? Just type in They have given that it follows quadratic regression, right, Advik? So go to math stat, whatever stat button, just type this table 0, 14, 9, 59, 45, 104. Go to quadratic regression. What is the function you get? You can check. However, right, use the given data to write three equations that can be used to find the values of ABC, right? What do you do? Here you know the value of T and P of T. This is P of T, right, Advik? So using that, you can just put P of T equal to 14. That will be equal to A times T square plus B times T plus C. So that gives you C equal to 14. Any questions, Advik? Okay, the second one, when you think about it, 9 would be equal to 81A plus 9B plus C. Does that make sense, Advik?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next equation is going to be what? You know C equal to 14, right? If C equal to 14, then what happens? Minus 5 will be equal to 81A plus 9B. Okay, now the next, you cannot solve two different variables with one equation, right? But you have one more, right? 45 and 104. So there, what do you do?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it says on the table for t equals 45 is 104, but in the equation or like in the message or like the writing it said t equals 45 is 105 people.
5, okay. You can take it as 105, doesn't matter. Meaning,
Okay.
yeah. Let's take it as you want the correct. Let's take it out as 104. Let's take it what is in the table. I will edit this so that we all uniformly work. Now for the third equation, what do we do? Yeah, third equation, what do you do? 104 will be equal to t square. 45 times 45 is what? 20, 25, right? See, 45 square, how do you find out? 25 you write it and then 4 times the next number. 20, 25, right? So 20, 25a plus bt, right? So 45b plus c is 14. Now subtract that 14 here, it becomes 90 will be equal to 2025a plus 45b. Now you know what? You get two equations, two variables, right? So you get two equation, two variable. You can multiply this equation by 5. If you multiply it by 5, you get this 405a plus 45b. Subtract both the equations. When you subtract both the equations, you get 115 will be equal to, you subtract both the equations, 0, 2, and then what? 1620a. A will be equal to, what did you guys get? Did you get 115 by 1620? What did you get in the calculator? Krish, what was your answer?
I put a as negative 0.082.
One second. Got a negative value. How come? I want to see why. What did I miss then? I multiplied by 5. 25, 5. If I subtract both the equations, you get a negative value. You just typed it into the calculator, huh?
Yeah.
But I should also get the same thing, right?
I think what happened is in that one equation where you wrote negative 5 equals 81a plus 9b, it's supposed to be like 59 or like
Oh, sorry.
59
Yes,
minus
yes, yes,
14.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I got it. Yes. Sorry. So this should be, this is not negative. This should be, oh, see, I copied the x value, right, Amma? This should be 59, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So here 59 minus 14 is what? 5 and then 45. This is a 45. Okay, if it is a 45, I multiply it by 5, right? Even then it will be positive, right?
Let me check it again.
No, no. See, yours is valid, I feel. What was your answer?
Negative 0.082.
0.083. Okay, that is correct actually.
0.083, yeah.
Negative 0.083. So you put it directly in the calculator?
Yeah, I just put it into Desmos. I made a table, put it on quadratic regression, and it gave me the values.
Yeah, that's what you have to do when you put it in the calculator. But I should also get the same answer. There's no way I cannot get. See, C equal to 14 is right. Let me do it quickly, guys, once more. Because I need to get it manually as well. Okay, doing it in the calculator is very easy. But then C equal to 14 we ironed out with the first equation. Second equation is I'm going to just plug it in with these two values. Okay, 81A plus 9B plus 14 is P of T, which is 59. So 59 minus 14 is, it ends with 5. 45 will be equal to 81A plus 9B. Now the second equation would be this. Okay, 104 will be equal to 45 times 45 is 2025. 2025A plus 9B. 9, okay. So this one would be, I'm putting T equal to 45. 45B plus 14. Right? When I subtract 14, what happens? Subtract 14, 0 and 90 will be equal to 2025A plus 45B. Now I'm going to multiply by 5 and then subtract. Multiply by 5 means 405A. Multiply by 5. I see. 5 5s are 25, 2 5s are 20, 22. See? Now I'm going to subtract both. When I subtract both, automatically if I subtract 90, 125, but I subtracted 100. So 225 means minus 135. This will get cancelled. So this will become 0, 2, and then 20 minus 4 is 16. So A will be equal to minus 135 by 1620, which is minus 0.082 or 3, whatever. Does that make sense? Advik, did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so A, B, C. Now you got A, substitute it back into our equation, you get the B value. So basically your A value should have been minus 0.083, B value is 5.75. Okay, now this is how you find it manually. Okay, but with the calculator, Lopa, Advik and Shragvi, do you know already how to calculate? Using the calculator, do you know how to do regression?
You put into stat edit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Start edit and then go to quadratic regression. You'll get
Yeah.
and you know how to see the regression equation?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, now let's go ahead with how about this? Use the given data to find the average rate of change in the number of people in the audience between t equal to 9 and t equal to 45. See, that is something very easy. F of 45 you'll find out minus f of 9 divided by 45 minus 9. You'll be able to do that, right? So from this you can do from this itself. 104 minus 59 by 45 minus 59. Okay, show computations that lead to your answer. So you will have to be very clear with this. It is 1.25 will be the answer. Finally, what they are asking, use the average rate of change found in the estimate to, so this is the 1.25, right? People per minute, 1.25, what is that? Yeah, people per minute, right? People per minute, correct. Now use the average rate of change found, okay, to estimate the number of people in the audience at time t equal to 30 minutes. Okay, so y minus y1 by x minus x1 will be equal to 1.25. That is a slope actually. So now they are wanting us, we can use any one value given. Okay, if I use 0 and 14, let's say I can use 0 and 14. Can I use 0 and Okay, I can use 0 and 14, I think so. Now, for this one, right, they're asking t equal to 30. T equal to 30, now this will become 30, you don't know y1, so minus 30. So 1.25 times minus 30 divided by 14. So y1 value will be a positive value. So if you do that, you will get around 86.25. Are you getting that? 86.25. You will get 86.25 here. This one. 86.25. Any questions? Can I move on with the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, now the average rate of change found in equation 1 can be used to estimate the number of people in the audience at time d equal to d minutes, correct? This is a good one, where 9 is less than d is less than 45. Are these estimates less than or greater than the number of people? So this is a quadratic equation, guys. So basically this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation, right? So the graph is going to be like what? It is an upward facing or a downward facing graph. So here, when you look at the graph in the calculator, it will be this graph. Now you did 9 and 45 minutes. This is increasing curve. This is 14. This is 104. Okay, so this one is 45. This one is 0, 14, let's say. Now in this graph, right, we are going to draw the line like this. When you draw a slope graph, right, you're going to draw a line like this. It will touch both the points and you are working on the slope. Slope formula, we are only doing a linear slope, meaning we did y1 minus y by x1 minus x will be equal to 1.25, which was the m that we found 1.25 here. So we are going with the line. Okay, based on the line only we are predicting, right? But the actual curve is up and it is see, it's up. So what are they asking? Are these estimates less than or greater than the people in the audience predicted by B? Now, the average rate of change found in 1 can be used to estimate the number of people. That's what we use to estimate the number of people at t equal to d, right? Now, are these estimates less than or greater than the people in audience predicted by P at t equal to d minutes? What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I think it's the estimates are less.
Estimates are
Less. And
so
from
that's going to be
the estimates from the like 1.251 is going to be less than the quadratic one.
yes. The interval வந்து yep. So the estimates will definitely be, we are going with these estimates on the line. So whatever estimates we make will be less than what is coming in the graph. Any questions there? Do you have any questions on that, how to predict? See, we are going only with the secant line. Secant line falls below. So basically that's going to be less than the original. Can I move on? The next one. What happened? The model P is an appropriate model to make predictions about the number of people in the audience if the predicted number of this is a good one. Oh, this is a good one actually. The model P is an appropriate model to make predictions about the number of people in the audience if the predicted number of people in the audience is at least 0. Correct. Okay, based on this information, what is the greatest value of t? This is t, this is p of t, correct? So, what is the largest value of t for which the model is appropriate? You have to find what is the large. Okay, for this I think I didn't give you the graph. Okay, this you can see it in the calculator as well. When you have it in the calculator, right? When you see the graph in the calculator, you will be able to see this graph, what I have here. Okay, so in this graph, what is the maximum value of t for which the model is valid? Here, this is the maximum value of P for which the model is valid. Make sense? Make sense?
Yeah.
Advik, did it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do one more and get off. Okay, so we'll do that last FRQ next week, and then the rate of change as well next week. So we'll be done with that. So let's see. MCQ self-posted Forum Sharma. Okay, how about this? At least one more we'll do on this. Okay, this is going to be what? Lawn. Oh, which is good. One is lawn, and another I do have. It's on exponential functions. I feel like you can manage. I don't want you to do now. Lawn we'll do. It can be any function, but the questions will be very similar. Go ahead. If you don't know, then I'll intervene and do. If you're stuck, then we'll discuss and do. Sir, okay, now, did you already get it, Krish?
I'm almost done typing.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, that was your last answer then. Okay. Oh, wow, Lopa, that was nice to see your answers, Lopa. Do at least one, guys. This one problem is good to do, right? Is this the answer for this one, ma? I'm a little lost, Lopa. Lopa, is this the answer for this one?
I think so. I think I might have sent it with the wrong the wrong question number, but
Okay, I'm a little lost. What is the values of A and B?
this was for the last one. Sorry, Miss Priya, I sent it late. I'm sorry. I'll
No
send this.
problem, ma. Even the last one, right? Ilma, something feels wrong in your current answer. The last problem was correct actually. Last problem, what you sent was correct. B is A value, B value is correct, C value is correct.
Wait, can you go over this one?
Yeah, sure.
I thought I did it.
Yeah, no problem. So again, I'm going to fill in the values for the function only. Same logic, right? Just a ln function. T equal to 0, that it was released. Okay, t equal to 0 had 85,000 views, right? 0, comma 85 was a point in the graph. And then 45, comma 110 was a point in the graph. This tells me this tells me this, right? So they have already given its ln. There is no ln regression basically. B ln t plus 1, right? So you just plug in the values. T value, this is of the format t comma v of t. Okay, this is v of t. So when you substitute that, right, clearly if you substitute 0 for t, right, ln 1 is 0 and, okay, I'll substitute, okay. A plus B ln 1. V of t is 85. Now the problem is ln 1 is 0. This entire thing becomes 0. A equal to 85. It will be easy questions, guys, AP pre-calc. Okay. Then you have to find B, right? Substitute that into our equation. A equal to. You have another value, right? 110 equal to 85 plus B ln 46. When you do that, you get your B value will be equal to what did Krish, do you want me to check and let you go?
If you can, yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. 85. 1 second, guys, let me finish. Do I have answers? Yes, I have. Okay. So 6.585. That's correct. 28.889. Oh my gosh, what is that? B2. Oh yeah, you got it. Okay. Estimate will be less than the actual value. I don't know. Yeah, it's a secant line, so it will be less. Yeah, it will be less, correct. Okay. Okay, one last question. Okay. See, I really want you to be able to do this as well. Krish, the last question, let me give it to you. Okay, then I'll go over each one.
Okay.
What do you think about the last one? See, the last question says, the algebras reported that the daily views of the new video decreased each day after t equal to 45. Explain why the error in model V increases after t equal to 45. Okay, let me finish, guys. So now A equal to 85 we found out. So B equal to what? Plug this into calculator and you have to find the B value, ma. B value equal to 6.529. How did I find it? B value will be equal to, let's see this one, 110 minus 85 is what? 15 plus 10, 25. So B ln 46 equal to 25. Now what happened? You have to find that, right? B equal to 25 by ln 46. Okay, so your answer would be what, you know? Answer is 6.529. B will be equal to 6.529. Any questions? So you are able to write the function equation as 85 plus 6.529 ln, what is that? T plus 1 now. What was it? T plus 1. So that is your function value for this one. Okay, that is equal to V of t. Now use the average rate of change found in 1. We did not find the average rate of change. Average rate of change you can really find using a secant line. Secant line means consider a line that is pointing to this. Okay. Now, in a lawn graph, how is it going to be? It's going to be like this, right? So when you think about it, we are going to draw a graph. This is this point 0, 85. This is this point 45, 110. So you can really find the average rate of change. How do you find the average rate of change? 110 minus 65 by 45 minus 0 is the m value, is the slope of the graph. Once you find the slope of the graph, then you can use the same equation. What equation? y1 minus y by x1 minus x, right? For the x and y, you can use any of these values. You can use that value, and then given 25 is x1, you have to find out y1 using this m value. Okay, so that gets you easily. You can find the rate of change of a graph easily using the slope formula. Once you find the slope formula, you can easily get at t equal to or x equal to any value, you can find the other y value, because you always have a table for one set of xy. The other set of xy is what you need to find, and you have the slope, you can find it. Now, a of t represent the estimate of the number of views of the new video in thousands using the average rate of change found in 1. For A25 found in 2, it can be shown that, yeah, A25 is less than the actual V of 25. Yes, right? Because you're using the slope of this line to find out. But your actual graph is up. You see, between those two intervals, the actual graph is up. So when you think about it, actual graph points are way up than the points on the line. So the estimates are way lesser. That's what they have given here. Okay. Explain why in general a of t is less than g of t on 0 to 45. Since the secant line touches 2 points on the graph, and between those 2 points, the graph's actual values, y values, are always greater than that what is present in the secant line. This is true. Okay. Finally, they are asking, the algebras reported daily views of a new video decreased. Yes, daily views of the new video decreased after t equal to 45. See, it is basically decreasing or plateauing. It is not following the graph. The lawn graph is this, but between these two we had a nice curve there, but then it started flattening after that. Explain why there is error in model V. Why that error increases after t equal to 45. Why it doesn't follow the graph after that. Do you see? So when t is going to keep on increasing, right, after 45, what happens? We are thinking that v of t will increase, right? But it plateaus, right? So the model is not valid at all after t equal to 45, and the error rate increases. Any questions here? Any questions? Only between 0 and 45 t values the model is valid. Any questions? So basically here for a lawn graph, right, this is the secant line, right? See what happens here. Flattens it. I can't say it flattens, or the increase is tapering. But here the graph between 0 and 45, it was a different graph. Do you see? But whereas after that the model becomes very different. So as a result, the error rate is bound to increase after 45 when t increases to infinity. Does that make sense? Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? We'll stop here, guys, if you don't have any questions. See you all next week. I'll stop here.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys. பால் வேணாம்ப்பா, எனக்கு சாப்பாடு வேணும்.